Um, I think that I'm live. It says public, so I probably should be. I'm gonna check on YouTube for a second just to make sure I am. Pretty sure I am. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Alright. For a second, just to make sure I am. Also, I should probably flip this. And, yeah. I won't be reading the, chat much because, I need to make sure that what I'm shooting is actually, serviceable for a video, but I'll read the chat when I can. But, yeah, apparently doing this is making it go... Wait, no, is it? I don't... I think, yeah, it's on vertical, and for those, and, my god, why can I not speak today? I apologize for it being on vertical, but, I don't have, much of a choice in the matter. I just wanted to get out this video quickly. So, in case any of you didn't know, YouTube is, adding a new thing where, yeah, a new thing. It's a new rule, and it's something that you have to abide by, which I'm going to abide by, and essentially, you have to say whether or not your video is kid-friendly. Otherwise, honestly, I really don't know what will happen, but because it says that everyone has to abide by it, no matter what country they're in, I would assume that, yeah, you absolutely have to do it. Like, it doesn't matter, it's an American law, but if you're across the country, if you're across the world, why did I say country? I'm an idiot. If you're at the other side of it, not the other side, it's just, if you're really, really far distance away, say in like Japan or something, which is about as far away from America as you can get, you still have to abide by it. It doesn't matter where you are, you have to abide by it. So I'm just gonna record myself showing all the videos, and whether they're kid friendly or not, live, and yeah, I just figured I might as well make the most of it and stream and get a video out of it, because I really can't do much else. But yeah, YouTube won't actually record horizontally. Well, the Streamlabs isn't recording horizontally, it's just being stupid, so I figured I might as well just do it vertically. I mean, you know, I don't want to have to do it, but it's like, I don't have much of a say in the matter, unfortunately, so yeah. Alright, you have to go to edit, and, what? Where the frick? What is it? What is it? Is it audience? Yeah, it's audience. Now, this is an interesting situation. There's nothing technically bad for kids, but at the same time, the subject matter, even if it is a joke, might technically set it off from it being kids, because it's a Toru. I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. It's T shoots Kana, and it's from an anime. And well, first of all, it involves, again, it's two Discord emojis, but the idea of it is that an anime character shoots another anime character, and the anime that comes from is pretty inappropriate. I wouldn't want kids looking up who Kana, and I won't pronounce. What is wrong with me? I won't pronounce the other girl's name because I will pronounce it wrong. So I'm just going to say because of the characters it uses, and because, you know, yeah, because of the characters that it... Yeah. Why the heck does it have to be that difficult? Alright. Wait, before making another bulk update, what... How slow is my computer to where that's considered a bulk update? Good lord. Oh, come on. Alright then. Yeah, this video right here doesn't really feature anything too damaging to kids. You know, it's just me saying manual breathing, which in itself could be considered a hate crime, but we'll just say for the purpose of argument that it's not a hate crime, and we'll update it and say that's made for kids. I'm going to keep doing this until about 8 my time, I think. Then I'm just going to stop. Then I'll come back to this, because I'm not going to... I have like 300 videos on my channel. I'm not going to spend the entire amount of time saying whether it's for kids or not. You know, it's like... it's kind of ridiculous just to do it all in one sitting. Yeah. Can you imagine being a YouTuber like several thousand videos wanting to do this? Because not everyone is like only made for adults, and not everyone is only made for kids. Some people are gonna vary. Now this one, I sip a can of Sprite Cranberry and die. You know, it's I don't... Most of my videos are relatively kid-friendly, but I don't want to just say that all of them are, because I know that some of them aren't. It's like, okay, yes, it's made... Well, okay, seeing as how I had the other one with the anime characters be counted as not being kid-friendly, I guess the concept of me dying by drinking a can of Sprite Cranberry might be deemed not for kids, but at the same time, I don't want to sound like an overly protective parent choosing my settings on this, but it's a legitimate concern. Should something be considered for kids or against kids because of certain things? It's like would you bring up a character from South Park and say that the video is for kids? You know, but this. Nothing really that bad happens, but it's the concept of me dying that maybe might be a little irking, but, yeah, you know, it's not that bad. It's just, I'm still gonna have the other one with the characters from Dragon Maid, stay as non-kid friendly, because if you've seen, like, one scene from that show, you'll know that it's really not kid friendly at all. And the next one isn't even a contest. It's literally just a video for 8 seconds of Sprite Cranberry. It's like, if that's not kid-friendly, then nothing is kid-friendly. One person is here, so I'm going to check to see if anyone's typed anything in the live chat. No. No one has, so I'm just going to go back to what I was doing. Alright. But the person who's just joined, I'd like to... update you on what I'm doing. YouTube has made it so that you actually have to... And they left. Okay, well, just in case that Streamlabs is acting up and they're actually still here, basically, YouTube has added a new rule where you actually have to... You have to mark every video you have as either made for kids or not made for kids. And if you're just starting out making videos, it's no big issue, because you can just check it or check the other one as soon as you upload the video, and you only have to do it one at a time. But I have to, people already have a bunch of videos, have to do this whole manual process, because not all videos I have on my channel are safe for kids, but not all of them aren't. So it's like, I can't just say all of them are, and all... I mean, the safest thing to do is just say that every video is not kid-friendly and just move on from there, just in case I upload something inappropriate. But, like, I want to be thorough. And, yeah, this... Now, it's not necessarily, made for kids, but it's, like, at the same time, it's not, you know, like, when you say something's made for kids, you would think that you're saying that it's marketed towards kids, but, like, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, that doesn't mean kids can't watch it. It just means not made for them, I guess. I don't know. This... Okay. Cool. Kill me. Can you shut the door? Alright, so this video right here features my favorite reply ever, and it's a reply to another person who is being too like stuck up to laugh at a joke, something that's obviously a joke. I don't want to shield children from the harsh reality of the world, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I should say that it's marketed towards children because it's not appropriate for them. Yeah, God. Oh, wow. I'm subscribed to this guy named Asman, and like, yeah, actually, you know what? His channel is so inappropriate, he could probably just check the one that says all of his videos aren't made for kids, and it would work. This one right here features, a guy saying to get the rod out of your butt and laugh at the comedy. So I don't know. Maybe that's not. Look. I really have no clue. All right. You know what? All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to say that every single video is made for kids. Then I'm going to go and just mark all the ones that actually aren't made for that actually aren't kid friendly. And then that'll be a lot easier than manually going in on every video and saying that, you know, it's not, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure I can just say that it's all made for kids, and then everything will automatically say that's made for kids and be checked off like that. And I can just go to the ones that aren't made for kids and say that they, you know, aren't made for kids. Let's see. Let's see if that concept holds water. All right. Let's check this off. I was saying it in like roleplay terms where you say what you're saying in real time. Okay, nope, it just alright, so you need to answer this question. Alright, so you know, I don't you know, I wonder what will happen if I don't check it. I'm legit the only person in this chat. Dang, that's very interesting. You probably already heard me say this, but I'm checking off everything that's kid friendly and not kid friendly. Wow. You know, I want to just say that every single video is kid friendly, but I also know that there are some that aren't. So most of them are fairly kid friendly. At least I don't swear. Most of them don't even have any speaking. They're literally just like a funny thing I see. I record it for like 6 seconds, then I upload it. It's like it's usually fairly decent for kids to watch, but it's like there are just sometimes where it goes off from that I don't know, cliche, I guess. And you know, the fact that we had the net neutrality situation, Article 13, this makes me scared for the future. Yeah, it's like yeah, well, I'm not at all qualified to talk about this, but it just sort of feels as if people, the people in positions of power, always enforce things onto people because they know that they have to do it. I mean, it's like, and it doesn't matter how high you are on the spectrum. If you're higher than someone else, or someone is higher than someone else, generally they're going to abuse that fact no matter what. I mean, have you ever seen a video with like a few million views that gets some inappropriate comments? Like, they're gonna like disable it and say in the description, hey, you know, people were making inappropriate comments, so I'm just gonna have to disable them because they're the creator. They have the right to do that. I mean, if you've been on a Discord server for more than 5 seconds, you're gonna get banned for something that might not even be against the rules, just because the moderator who banned you didn't like it, and there's really nothing you can do about it. People in positions of power always do that. I wish they could actually use the fact that they have all these abilities for good, but no, they usually just use it to pick on the underdogs. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through because I don't actually have that many videos when you compare it to a lot of other people. I mean, like, some people doing this have like thousands of videos and they have to go through that. I have like 300, so I mean, it'll take a while, but I'll get it done pretty quickly. It's just, yeah. But to be honest with you, the idea of marking a video as kid-friendly and marking a video as not kid-friendly, I don't necessarily think is... Well, I guess I'm going to do this once I finally make videos, yeah. You only have to do it when you upload it, basically, and, you know, since you don't have any videos on your channel right now, it's like it won't be that bad because you only have to do it when they first come out, but I have to go through every single one because my channel goes from genre to genre. You know, some videos are appropriate, some videos just aren't, and yeah. This one right here, you've probably already heard me say this, but this one right here has an anime character shooting another anime character, and the anime in question is rather inappropriate, but at the same time, the video itself isn't really that bad. So, I'm not sure if I should say that it's not made for kids for just the concept of it alone, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's probably not that bad. Yeah. I mean, it's not my fault if they look up the anime it comes from. Yeah, alright. Yep. Because, alright, what was I saying? Alright, I was saying that I'm not exactly against the idea of checking off videos and saying, or at least saying that a video is kid-friendly or isn't kid-friendly. You know, I'm okay with that because there are just certain times where kids shouldn't see things on the internet and they should know if it's actually made for kids or not. But at the same time, I'm against the idea that people have to go in and check every single video and say whether it's kid-friendly or not. Because, like, it's either you say every video you've ever made is kid-friendly, which is rarely going to be true, and either you say every video you've ever made isn't kid-friendly, and that's rarely going to be true, so most people are going to have to go in and manually check everything, and they're obliged to do that, so it's like, it's really a bad situation. But again, I'm not against the option of doing that, but the fact that people absolutely have to do it is kind of appalling to me. And I apologize for the frame rate dropping, but you can pretty much see what I'm doing regardless, so it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna... They said that this would only be enforced by January, but it's already. Completely agree, but I feel bad for those who made about all the people who made a crap ton of videos. Yeah, because, as I was saying before, I'm subscribed to this guy named Asman. Well, I mean, the thing about him is that pretty much every video he makes is like inappropriate, so he probably doesn't have that bad of a time. But he's made like thousands of videos, and he's been on the website for I think 5 or 6 years. So it's really terrible for people like him when they have to do this. But he's kind of lucky in the sense that most of his videos are like really inappropriate anime games. So like, you know, it's kind of easy for him. Yeah. Yes, it's made for kids because the content. Sorry about the crappy grammar. It's fine. I don't mind it. Yep. I'm gonna keep doing this for like another 16 minutes, then I'm gonna just do it on a daily basis, you know, because I don't want to just do this all in one sitting. I frankly don't feel as if I have to do that or should do that, because it's just sort of annoying. But yeah, because the thing about my channel is that like 95% of my videos are kid-friendly. However, just the few that aren't kid-friendly, I don't want to list as kid-friendly, because of all the other ones, and especially if I end up making something that's not kid friendly in the future, I have to uncheck that. Then everything else is unchecked. So it's just best to do this. But yeah. Also, it's kind of weird when they say made for kids because just because something is kid friendly doesn't necessarily mean it's made for kids. Like there are certain TV shows and movies that are made for kids specifically, but kids could watch because there's nothing too inappropriate in them. Like yeah, it's weird how that works, but yeah. Alright, so far pretty much everything I've checked is kid friendly. This is a weird situation. The contents of it are, actually, nah, it's really not. It's kid friendly. Yep. Again, it's like I'm listing off everything as kid friendly, but eventually it's gonna end up there's gonna end up being something that isn't kid friendly, and I'll be glad that I listed it as not kid friendly. But yeah, alright, yes, it's made for kids. Alright. I understand the implications of this action. You're about to update the selected videos. Updating your videos is permanent and can't be undone. Updating. Okay, that's interesting. Alright then. Most of these I'm not even talking about anything, so it's like it's like yeah. Yeah. Alright. But this is actually an interesting case where it's actually not technically YouTube's fault. Like, it's easy to point the blame at YouTube. However, this is actually a law that people have to abide by, and they really didn't have much of a choice in the matter, but to just say, okay, YouTubers are going to have to conform to this. And the thing is that I'm not even like a proper channel. I just sort of have this to have more options. I like making more complex videos when I actually do, but most of them are just sort of made as funny little stuff, that I just, yeah. It's like, it's not actual good content, it's just a snippet of something I kind of found a bit funny. So, like, the fact that I have to go and check 300 plus videos of stuff that I don't even really consider content is kind of a wasted time, but can't really do anything about it. I just realized that those who quit YouTube because of this can't migrate to PH. I see. I'm trying my best to be as kid friendly as possible. Can't migrate to PH because it's NNN. Yeah, that's kind of difficult for them, isn't it? I guess they still have Daily Motion, but that's arguably just as bad as PH. Alright. Yeah, George Costanza, I think it's Costanza. Yeah, it's Costanza. George Costanza doesn't really make any... I was thinking for a second that maybe saying to subscribe to someone who makes inappropriate content may count as in itself inappropriate, but he doesn't make inappropriate content, so yeah. F, indeed. F in itself could stand for something in itself. What do I stumble over my words way too much. Way too much. Now, sometimes I feel as if it would just be easier to, like, delete every single video I've ever uploaded than just start fresh. I won't have to be chased by the concept that some of my earlier videos were trash because I won't have any earlier videos. I'll just have a fresh new start. I won't have to go back and check everything I've ever made. It'll just be a lot easier. And again, technically, none of this is really made for kids in the sense that it's marketed towards kids. It's just that it's not really, against, it's not inappropriate, is what I'm trying to say. but at the same time, it's not really made for them. That was for my last post before the F post. Oh. F. Just yawning. That was a weak yawn. Yes, it's made for kids. Yes, it's made for kids. Yep. But the good thing about checking off everything individually is that you can have a channel that, varies. You don't have to just be put under one light. You can sort of, yeah. But what's really terrible about this is that all the YouTube creators out there, the millions of creators out there, have to do this. It's like, it's not just something some people will do and other people won't, but they'll suffer from it. It's that literally everyone has to do it. Like, everyone, just think about that. Everyone, 100% of the people you're subscribed to absolutely have to do this to the channel, otherwise they're screwed. But yeah. Yeah, but luckily I'm subscribed to a bunch of channels that pretty much have all inappropriate videos anyway, so they can just check, okay, all my videos aren't made for kids, and then move on. But again, for me, I just, yeah. And a lot of my videos now are just me messing with my cat, and that's in itself kind of just a kiddie thing, This video, a lot, again, none of this is made for kids. It's just not, inappropriate. This right here, look at my iPhone 11, guys. It's literally just me holding a phone, an old Verizon. Does Verizon make phones, or are they just a network? I don't remember, but it's me holding an old flip phone, and it's calling it an iPhone, and I just throw it at the ground. Like, that's not something you'd necessarily make for kids specifically, but it's like, I mean, can you call it inappropriate? No, you can't. I mean, it's like, it's not going to scar children for life, so whatever. It's made for kids. Yeah. And PewDiePie is an example of someone who's like made pretty much all videos that curse in the past, and who's started to make more kid-friendly videos now. So like, he, I just wish there was a setting to, like, just check. You know what? Alright, let me think about this for a second. I can check. Honestly, your cat looks pretty cute. Indeed, he does. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Since most of my videos are kid-friendly anyways, I'm just going to check all the way down until I see a video that's inappropriate. Then I won't click on it anymore, okay? Gracing my cat with grape soda, nothing inappropriate about that. The water features some edgy jokes, but it's not necessarily something you couldn't show kids. There's no swearing in it, no violence, no stuff. It's just something you might show your kids on Cartoon Network, I guess, even though it's not a cartoon. The Paper, The Office parody, again, I mean, The Office itself is a show that has a lot of dirty, inappropriate jokes as well as swearing, but, like, again, that doesn't necessarily make the video itself inappropriate. It's just based off something inappropriate. This, again, none of these even have speaking. I'm just going to check all these, hit edit, and all of these can just be changed to kid-friendly. Yep. This is a good strategy. I'm an idiot. I should have done that earlier. But, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even try to make kid-friendly videos, but it just turned out that way. It turned out that way. Unlike the others that went crappy being kid-friendly, PewDiePie is still entertaining. Yeah, there are certain people who actually, in my opinion, are better kid-friendly because they actually have to be more clever with their content instead of just swearing a bunch. Because there's no doubt that putting the F word everywhere is pretty funny. Like, when you hear someone so angry as to them using the F word, like, absolutely all the time, it's like, it's funny, sure, but like, you have to get more creative if you never use swear words ever. It's like, your content has to be more thought out and entertaining in other ways that don't just involve swearing. Alright, so I just updated a bunch of videos at once. Now I have to... Alright, now I have to, can I unselect all now? Deselect all. There we go. Alright. Next page. And, yeah. Horizontal videos are back. Yep. Most of these aren't really... And I'm not gonna check the videos to make sure that they're appropriate. I'm just gonna go by memory because, frankly, I don't really see why I absolutely need to. Yeah, why YouTube? Yeah, I don't... I really don't think. You know, I think this one actually might be a case of something that's maybe just a little inappropriate. It's just the idea of the Twin Towers and that event is just, I think, enough to say that it's not necessarily something I would aim at kids. It's like, you know, it's sort of a, you know, it's... Yeah, it's not like I'm showing footage of the event actually going down, but like the idea of it is a little you know. So I'm not gonna include that as a kid-friendly video, and that'll be probably the first one I've actually checked that's gonna be adult, not for kids. So it's kind of annoying that I have to do this because like 99% of my videos are completely fine for kids. It's just that those few are ones that I don't really want to let slide as kid friendly, so I have to do this. And yeah, exactly. Yep. Okay, it's like I literally say only one letter in this, so it's like, yeah. Yeah. Because the thing about clever comedy is that you can be safe for kids to watch, but you're always going to have to sort of... You can never, I think, aim... Well, alright. That's sort of a blanket statement, but most of the time you can't really have something be made for children solely and have it be funny. I mean, it's like you need to have just a bit of... a dark, well, not really a dark side, but you have to have a bit of an edge to it to make it funny for more people than just kids. It's like, you know, a lot of styles of comedy can't even be attempted in a kids show. You know, it's like you have to, you know, it's yeah. The reason why I say this is because the two Office parodies have some slightly dirty jokes just for people to laugh at. Like, I remember once where I was asking Jim if I really love paper so much, and he said, well, he would marry it if he could. He sleeps with it, and that's, yeah, I remember when I showed that in class, people chuckled, and, you know, it's just one of those things you can't help but laugh at. My actual sense of humor is quite unconventional. I laugh at a lot of really stuff I'm kind of ashamed to laugh at because it's so dark. But you know, I it's a part of me, I guess. All right. More of Lickety signed this petition, and again, a lot of these don't. That's a weird. Yeah. Proof there won't be a Halloween 2. Yeah, I mean, Halloween itself is a horror slasher franchise with the titular character in every movie chopping his victims into bloody bits, but you know, it's not necessarily the content in the video really doesn't warrant saying it's not kid friendly. Personally, it's just that it's the case where on that one Discord video where I featured dragon maid characters, it's like it's not technically, you know, bad, but it has some bad stuff related to it associated with it. Lord of the Rings is holding Quentin Tarantino's beer. The mention of beer could be perceived as not kid-friendly to some people, but, I mean, it's not bad compared to seeing your parents drink. I mean, you see your parents drink beer, so I'm not really sure. Also, Quentin Tarantino is a fairly inappropriate director, but at the same time, the content in the video itself really isn't that bad. This right here, however, is bad. It's literally a this is the one time where I'll actually swear. It's a ruler that says dick lick. Seriously, it was meant to say something else, but a letter had faded and it says dick lick. Yeah, that's one thing I'm not gonna count as kid friendly. It's yeah. Well, I'm not. It just, I was legit watching videos about recent 2018 Halloween movie before this. Yeah. They probably will be making a sequel, to be honest. However, the thing about it is that there's 3 movies in the Halloween series just called Halloween, and there are 2 movies in the Halloween series called Halloween 2. So if they make another movie and they call that Halloween 2, literally 6 movies in the series will have the same title, besides the other half of them having the variation of having the 2 on the end. It's like, I mean, when you have to repeat the same title 3 times, I think you're being a little uncreative with your ideas. Wait, what was I? No, it's not made for kids. No. Ain't made for kids. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just, you know, it features something that's technically a curse word, so you wouldn't include that as something for kids. And if you have, like, the occasional hell or damn, like I just said, it's probably not too bad. It's just, you know, it really depends on how you're raised at times. This is why I'm having a subtle debate about certain videos and whether I should say that they're kid-friendly or not. Things that annoy me. I was actually going to delete this, believe it or not, which I'm going to do right now. I uploaded this in a blind rage, and I'm not going to, I'm not disacknowledging its existence. It's just that, Alright, Burger King foot lettuce, video about video games causing violence. All of these right here are unlisted, so there's really, well, okay, I'm gonna have to, wait. Now, do I actually have to? Wait a second. I actually have to, okay, alright. Well, the thing about it is that because all of these are unlisted, no one except people I share it with are ever going to see it, so it really doesn't matter what I include it as. Also, the video themselves really aren't that, I mean, it's a video game about murder, but I guess, you know, it's like, again, no one's going to see it unless I share it with them, so yeah. And pretty much everything down is kid-friendly, and it's 8:03. I said I was going to quit at 8, so, and seeing as how this is like the last page right now, you know, I'm going to end the video right about here, and maybe I'll record myself doing this again, just because it's kind of fun to do stupid stuff and talk about stuff that has nothing to do with the stupid stuff that you're doing, but you know, it's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever. So yeah, this will be the last dealio, but I will change this to 50 rows per page, because that way I can just select a bunch of stuff at the same time and post not that much stuff. So yeah, yep. But this appears to have the same amount of stuff that it did. Oh wait, hold on a second. No, alright. So I've checked pretty much everything here. They announced 2 sequels for the 2018 one, but the good news is that they're called Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So original titles, thank God. Yeah, that's a first. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm yeah, that's really all I have. Hold on a second. I'm just going to check this to make sure that I'm going to check this to make sure that to make sure that everything is the same audience. It's wait, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm not really. You need that. Yes, it's made for. I'm pretty sure that everything is already selected. So I don't. Yeah, I think so. I'm really not sure. I mean, I almost feel as if when I updated the rows per page, what made for kids. So all right, yeah, it does say made for kids. All right, there we go. All right. So everything that should say made for kids says made for kids, set by me, and the stuff that isn't made for kids just isn't set at all, which, to be honest with you, I could probably just say that none of it's made for kids, because it does sort of feel as if made for kids is actually more of a distinction than not being kid-friendly, almost, but, I think I'd rather be more specific if something's kid-friendly or if it's not kid-friendly. So, yeah. I'm kind of rambling on here just to actually record more video, but, yeah. I have worked myself to the brim for today, which is not that much work, but I have never experienced actual labor, so, yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching me just, check off a bunch of videos to say if they're kid-friendly or not, and, I'll see you in the next video, and, I'm going to test whether, actually, no, I won't, but I do wonder if just setting it to say that all videos are kid-friendly and all videos aren't kid-friendly actually does something, but, and you can actually check individual ones after that, but I don't think it does. I think that once you check that, pretty much, yeah, you know what I mean, but, yeah, later.